Hello everybody. Just a quick video discussing the Firecracker 400 sign up information. I probably should have made this a few days ago, but I know some people were confused about the signups, and in case if you're curious about joining us for the summer's biggest race, and people you want to kind of curious how the sign up form exactly works, this is the video for you. So this will be a quick video, just describe how the sign up form works. Um, you won't be able to sign up in the comments. If you put a comment on what number car number you want, I won't look at it. You can only I'll only look at the responses on the Google form linked in the description, and also I'll pin a comment on this video to the link for the Google form link. So when you click the Google form, you get this. You can notice preview stuff. So what do you want to be called? Just your driver name. You can do a first or last name. You can do your username, whatever the case may be. What it will be called, and also that'll be the name I'll put on the banner, on the front banner for the name. How do I pronounce the driver name from above? Because sometimes if I had an issue, I want to pronounce that as best I can. And there's even sometimes too, like even with the pronunciation stuff, I can still mispronounce it. Even with it. So if I mispronounce it during like one of the practice streams or something, just let me know. But definitely put if you're able to put your how to pronounce your driver name below if it's obvious, like initials or whatever, it's fine. But definitely if you can put your how to pronounce your driver name. What are your pronouns? So I won't get that incorrect. What's your Discord name? This is another required one. Discord is my means of kind of communicating to you, like, hey, like say if you choose 3 numbers and all of them are taken, or if I can't find a paint scheme, the Discord is having your Discord account now gives me a means of gives me a means of communicating to you if there's something wrong, and it also leads to the next question: are you in the server? In the server, I post updates about everything regarding Firecracker Week, like when the streams are, how like if any delays or what the case may be. So definitely, so this, Discord's basically required for this, just so I can communicate to you, and also communicate to everybody else, and you know the information if the race is delayed or if I made changes to something. And also, I post pictures of your car like on track before the race and whatnot. So if you want to download those, I put those in the Discord, and I'll put those in the Discord via thread. Okay, so the numbers. So 0 from 99. You can do like 01, 02 as well. Your top 3 number choices, I'll choose which one is open first. If none of your top 3 choices are open, that's when I'll message you via the Discord. And also, of course, number 8 and 18 won't be available out of respect for the late Kyle Busch. I don't think it's too. I feel like I've been in the NR community long enough to know that people get kind of in debates over the most ridiculous things sometimes, and I feel like if I had left those numbers open, people are gonna try to fight for I want this, I want the 18, I want the 18, I want the 8. I don't want any of that. I think is respectful to retired to not have those numbers participate in this race this year. Okay, so this one is important. What's manufacturer do you want? This is a ranked choice. So, for example, say if I want Ford. Ford's my first choice. I fill out Ford there. Then I'm like, okay, my second choice is Toyota. That's my second choice. Dodge is my third choice. Chevy is my fourth choice. So this is a proper way to do it. This is an example on how to properly fill this question out. This is an improper example. If I just all want Fords, that's not a proper way to do it because, or 2 Fords, like something like that. That's not a proper way to do it because I want to know, okay, you want which manufacturer you would like, because there's just so many paint schemes available for each different number of combinations and all of that, and manufacturer combinations. There could be like an 296s, let's just say, and 196, like a 96 scheme could be like a Chevy or Rick Rare. Rick Rare is a good example. Rick Rare always has different manufacturers around this era with these mods. There could be a 51 that's a Chevy. You could be the 51, but the 51 car was also a Chevy, was a Ford at one point. I need to know which manufacturer would you prefer. So that's why I put it a ranked choice. Another improper example is like this. Yeah, that's another improper example. And also too, when you fill out the Google form, it'll tell you put one. You saw there in the beginning, the little red part that says, okay, you have to fill out 1 per row, so I have to do 1 for row. Here's another proper example. Yeah, this is a good, oh no, that's not, yeah, this. You have to fill out a bubble. Please like I said in the question, please put a response for each manufacturer so I can know which one you would prefer over the other. Okay, and then what's your preferred paint schemes you have in mind for each number? Keep in mind this race will rely on pre-made paint schemes. If you can get a custom before Friday's deadline, I am thinking about extending it to Saturday, but if you're going to paint a custom, you have a very tight deadline to put it in, so it's not advised to do a custom. If you can, go ahead. If you're confident you can get your custom in before the Friday or Saturday deadline, if I extend it, yeah, go ahead. But keep in mind, it's highly encouraged in this race, as I said in the graphic here, this race from most real-line pre-made paint schemes for the mod in general. And I listed out Camaro. It's compatible with 2018 to 2019 schemes from the mod. It will work on the 2021 mod. The older Camaros, like the 2018 one especially, won't look ideal, but I'm going to try my best to make them look ideal as much as possible. I'm going to put a more updated grille onto them and do some other adjustments to make them as fully compatible with the 2021 body Camaros as possible. So if you want to use a 2018 scheme, you can, but it's not going to look exactly like, it's not going to look 100%, but I'm going to try my best to make it look as good as possible. The Mustang and the Camrys are fully compatible. The Camrys especially, you can go way back to like 2017 if you want for a Camry. The Camrys are very flexible despite which version of despite the year of the mod. So 2017 Camrys, 2018 Camrys, 2019 Camrys, 2020, 2021 paint schemes, they all work fine. The Mustang, similar thing as well, but this goes back as far as the Camrys. Any Mustang scheme from 2019, 2020, 2021 would work, or any fictional schemes on those or any fictional schemes made on these templates will work. Now the Dodges. Speaking of fictional schemes, you can choose the Dodge. If you want to be a Dodge, that's fine. But keep in mind, since there were no real life Dodges ran in the Cup Series around this time, your scheme options will be a lot more limited. There'll be basically no IRL schemes, so you're pretty much exclusive to fantasy schemes you or someone else has made. The Splash and Go mod in particular has several Dodges that are like pre-made, so you can use one of those. That's fine. If you have your own Dodge scheme from another league or something you want to use, you can totally use it here. And what's it called? But yeah, like I said, the Dodges have less scheme options compared to the other three. And of course, pre-made costumes, fantasy paint schemes are fine for any. It's good for. The Dodgers are going to mostly rely on the pre-made costumes and fantasy schemes, but also if you have a fantasy scheme for the 2020, like for the 2019 Camaro, you can do it. Same thing with the Mustang and the Camry as well. And here's a link. In this part is where you put your link. So if you want to base it off a real life scheme, find a good. You can find a good picture of it. JSKA link here is a great source to find real life paint schemes. I'm going to go to right now. See 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017 if you're going for the Camrys. We go back, see if I can go back to the thing. How do I do that? But yeah, JSKA is a good source for that. Let me just like down a full screen here. There we go. There we go. So if you want to go to JSKA to get a picture, that's a good place to put a picture if you want to do a real life scheme. Or if you have a particular fantasy scheme you want to use, you can post a stun out link here. So if you want to, choose one of these stun out schemes, send me the link here. Or if you have the car file or Ortega file, you could send me it through. If you have a car file or Ortega file already, like downloaded and want to send it to me, you can either create a Google Drive or a media file link, or just send me it through the Discord. I put that also up here in the description. If you have a specific scheme file you want me to download, DM the Tega or car file or download link. Like either put a download link here via Google Drive or media file, whatever you use, or you can just send me the download link on Discord. That'd be another option. So that's how the signups will be for this. Currently so that's basically how the gist of the sign up form goes. Currently, as me making this on very late Monday night, going into Tuesday night, we have about 26 out of 38 spots filled. I want to have at least 30 cars competing in the Firecracker Week festivities. Currently, barring any extensions, because I am thinking about extending the deadline a little bit. Currently, the deadline to sign up is June 11th, which is a Thursday. So it's Thursday, right? Yeah, June 11th. Thursday, June 11th is the deadline for this, barring, of course, any extensions. If you're painting a custom, the deadline for that is the following day, Friday, June 12th. So keep that in mind. So just recap: driver name, how to pronounce your name, what's your pronouns you want me to call you when I, comment, talk about a driver, or refer to a driver when I commentate. Your Discord name so I can contact you. The Discord server, so be the first to know on any delays or this overall Firecracker Week schedule. What numbers do you want? Of course, you can't use 8 and 18. Your top 3 choices, I'll choose whichever one's open. If all of them are taken already, that's where the Discord comes in handy. Your rank choice manufacturer, if you want to be a Chevy, put that as your first choice. If you want to be a Dodge, put that as your second choice. Mustang, put that as your fourth choice. Camry, whatever case may be. Whatever, just rank choice manufacturers and also the scheme. Either link to a picture, link to a download link, or link to a download page goes here. So yeah, that's the gist of this Firecracker 400 sign up. Thank you all for watching. Hope you found this helpful, and I hope you all sign up.